Hello everyone. We have this interesting question of geometry. Let's see how to solve this. So in this question, we are given a big circle and a small circle, and there is a square. And one corner of the square is at the center of the big circle. Correct. And the side length of this square is 1. That means this is 1. Correct. If you look carefully, the side length of this square and the radius of the big circle are not different. They are the same thing. That means the radius of the big circle is 1. Now, we need to find the radius for this small circle. We need to find the radius of the small circle. And we are assuming the radius of the small circle as r, small r. Okay. So, let's see how we can find the value of r. To make it easy, I have magnified the image and we will be doing some construction work to solve this question. So let's first construct a diagonal of this square. Okay, so let's construct a diagonal of this square. So like this, we will be constructing a diagonal, and how it will be useful, we'll see. First of all, we will be naming few points which will help us. The center, as we have seen initially, the center is O. Let this corner of square be A. Let this point be point B. Let this point be point C. Let this point where two circles are touching each other be point D. Okay. Let the center of this small circle be point X. Okay. Now we will be drawing a small square considering X as one of the corner. I'll show you. See, if I draw the radius, if I draw the radius of the small circle, it will touch the side of the square, correct, which is tangential. And I will draw one more radius here, correct. Now, if you look carefully, this becomes a square. Now, let's name this square. The square can be named as XE, XE, B, F. Okay, let these 2 points be E and F. Now, as we have seen earlier, in the question that the radius of the small circle is small r, correct. So the side of this small square XCBF will also be r. Yes, this is like radius of the small circle, correct. Now let's come to the big circle and the big square. As we have discussed in the beginning, the radius of the big circle and the side length of the big square are same. This is 1 and this is 1. If you look at the length of OD, OD is the radius of the big circle. So this is also 1. Now we have done all the important things that we need to do in the figure, and we'll start with the solution. I will start with the small square. Small square. What is the small square? It is XEBF. Okay. In this small square, the side length is R. The side length is equals to R. Correct. I told you why it is R, because it is equal to the radius of the small circle. Now we will find the diagonal of this small square. Yes. What is diagonal here? Diagonal here is equals to XB. Diagonal is XB. Okay. Now there is one formula for diagonal of any square. Okay. Let me write down that formula so that it can be useful for you. You can note it down if you want. Diagonal of a square. What is the formula or what is the rule? Diagonal of any square can be side length of the square times root 2. Okay. You can remember this formula. It can be very useful. You can write it down. So if I use this formula, the length of XB, that is diagonal of the small square, will be equals to side length times root 2. Side length of the small square is R. Yes, small r times root 2. R root. Okay. So let me put it in a box. This will be useful for us later on. Similarly, we will be writing down few more important lengths which will be useful for us later on. XD. What is XD? XD is radius of small circle, that is small r. Okay. Let me put it in a box. It will be useful for us. Similarly, I'll be writing down the length of OD. What is the length of OD? OD is the radius of big circle, that is 1. Let me put it in a box. Again, it will be useful for us. Yes. After finding these lengths, not finding exactly, noting down these lengths, we will jump to bigger square. We will jump to bigger square. Big square, okay? Big square name is OABC. Correct. This is the name of the big square. What is the side length of big square? The side length of big square is 1. I told you. Yes, the side length of big square is 1. It is given in the question itself. So if side length is 1, what will be diagonal of big square? Diagonal of big square will be OB. It will be OB, correct? It will be side length times root 2. Again, I will be using this formula. Side length of big square is 1 times root 2. 1 root 2, or we can simply write it as root 2. Let's put it in a box. It will be useful for us. OB is equals to root 2. Okay. After this, what will happen? Let's see. We can write OB as OB equals to OD plus DX plus XB. Please look at the figure and see how I have written OB. I hope you have understood. Yes. So OB is nothing but root 2. OD, what is OD? We have found out OD as 1. A radius is 1, and DX. What is DX? Or we can write it as XD. XD is R. What is XB? XB is R root 2. Correct? Now, if we simplify this further, we will get R equals to root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 plus 1. Correct? Now, what we can do? We can rationalize this. We can rationalize this. Yes? How we can rationalize this? By multiplying it with root 2 minus 1. Root 2 minus 1. Correct? So, this will give us 3 minus 2 root 2. Okay? So, the radius of the small circle is 3 minus 2 root 2. This will be our final answer. The radius that we have found out, that was asked in the question, small r, is 3 minus 2 root. Okay, please do not leave the answer till here. Okay, we need to rationalize this. Whenever the denominator is an irrational number, you need to rationalize this. So this will be our final answer. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the solution. If yes, please like the video, subscribe the channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.